The open ocean is often pictured as a pristine, uniform expanse of deep blue. However, the coastal margins, where the vast majority of marine life and human interaction occur, are highly complex, optically dense environments. The Mississippi River plume provides a massive, planetary-scale example of this extreme coastal mixing. This true color satellite image shows the sheer scale of the river's impact. A thick, opaque brown plume extends hundreds of miles into the deep blue water of the Gulf of Mexico. That café au lait color is a deceptive visual mask, a composite of suspended sediment, phytoplankton pigments, and invisible dissolved compounds, all interacting with sunlight simultaneously. Relying on visual observation is insufficient for understanding these coastal dynamics. To track the movement of water masses, we must digitally strip away this mask and isolate the individual optical components. One key component is colored dissolved organic matter, or CDOM, formed from plant and cellular decay. This map isolates its pure absorption signature. By mathematically removing the sediment and chlorophyll, the resulting high-concentration red zones precisely trace the river's physical footprint. Tracing water movement using chlorophyll or sediment carries major flaws. Algae populations fluctuate based on biological life cycles, and heavy sediment eventually succumbs to gravity, sinking out of the water column. Dissolved organic matter remains suspended. Because it does not sink and is not immediately consumed, it moves in step with the water mass itself. Because of these unique properties, CDOM absorption acts as a pseudo-conservative physical tracer. It provides a precise, quantifiable way to map terrestrial runoff and freshwater plumes entirely from orbit. The fundamental hypothesis of the tracer model is straightforward. If river water is fresh and loaded with CDOM, then its concentration must scale inversely with ocean salinity as it mixes. This scatter plot displays data collected from a mooring on the New Jersey shelf. The top left panel establishes a strict linear regression between salinity and CDOM absorption, where higher CDOM correlates directly to fresher water. Compare that reliability with other optical variables. When we plot salinity against chlorophyll concentration or particle scattering, the data points scatter randomly, and the statistical correlations drop to near zero. Particulate signals are lost to the seafloor, and biological signals are lost to the food web. Dissolved CDOM simply dilutes in a predictable line as it mixes with high salinity seawater. In river-dominated margins, mapping the absorption of CDOM is the mathematical equivalent of mapping freshwater intrusion, creating a powerful tool for coastal tracking. CDOM is only a pseudo-conservative tracer. Its reliability as a proxy is strictly bounded by time and surface exposure. Prolonged exposure to sunlight physically destroys these organic molecules. Ultraviolet radiation breaks the complex carbon structures into smaller, invisible fragments, a chemical process known as photobleaching. This map and plot of the Adriatic Sea demonstrate exactly where the correlation breaks down. Near the coast, the data maintains a tight relationship with salinity, but further offshore, the blue dots detach from the trend line. While the water in these offshore pockets remains relatively fresh, the optical signature has been bleached away, leaving blind spots in the orbital data. CDOM effectively operates as a temporal clock.
The proxy is valid for mapping recent terrestrial runoff, catching the water mass before the sun erases the evidence. Vertical oceanic mechanics introduce a second paradox. In certain environments, the highest concentrations of CDOM map directly to the highest salinities, completely reversing the river runoff model. This chart of Monterey Bay shows an inversion of our established trend. Instead of a negative proxy, we see a positive, upward-sloping relationship between salinity and CDOM absorption. Deep ocean water is highly saline. Because it sits protected from ultraviolet sunlight in the aphotic zone, it is also rich in preserved, unbleached CDOM. Strong winds can drive this deep, dark water to the surface. If researchers rely on orbital color data without accounting for vertical dynamics, this upwelled water registers as a false positive for river runoff. Tracking CDOM requires a three-dimensional framework. A negative correlation maps the lateral flow of rivers, while a positive correlation maps the vertical mechanics of deep water upwelling. The influence of CDOM extends into the biological realm. By absorbing blue and ultraviolet light, these compounds reshape the underwater light field and act as a primary forcing function for coastal ecology. These dark, CDOM-heavy waters suppress standard phytoplankton. The altered light field specifically selects for mixotrophic species and cyanobacteria that contain a unique pigment known as phycoerythrin. This graph illustrates the spectral fluorescent signatures of those specific cyanobacteria. Compare the pink line, representing clear, open ocean water, against the green line, which represents turbid, CDOM-rich coastal water. Because blue light is absorbed by the dissolved carbon, these organisms physically adapt. They alter their internal chemistry, suppressing absorption at 495 nanometers, marked by the PUB arrow, and maximizing it at 550 nanometers to maintain photosynthesis. CDOM physically dictates the architecture of the coastal food web, forcing microscopic life to change its very colors to survive in the shadows of terrestrial carbon. In 2002, a massive patch of opaque, dark water appeared north of the Florida Keys. This black water event threatened critical reef habitats and triggered significant concern for local ecosystems. This true color satellite image illustrates why basic visual observation failed. Without the ability to isolate specific optical variables, it was impossible to determine the cause or the severity of the dark patch. Researchers applied multispectral optimization algorithms to the raw orbital data, decoupling the algal bloom from terrestrial runoff. The deconstructed layers provided clarity, backscattering isolated particles of a diatom bloom, while absorption traced the freshwater origin. By tracking the CDOM signature, scientists proved the event was a predictable result of heavy Everglades runoff, delivering concentrated nutrients to the coast. Analyzing CDOM provides the mathematical framework to treat ocean color as a predictive physical model. We can use this optical tool to forecast harmful algal blooms, map the mitigation of toxic metals, and track immense terrestrial carbon outgassing. As climate shifts drive extreme fluctuations in river runoff and coastal upwelling, tracking CDOM from orbit serves as a primary defense for global environmental monitoring. The idealized vision of a uniform deep blue sea ignores the physical reality. Our true capability as scientists lies in decoding the turbulent, optically complex margins of our coastlines.